Have you ever wondered what you would do if you had the power to turn your enemies into zombies with just a drop of blood? And more. Imagine if these zombies still had full consciousness, begging you to stop while they are forced to commit unthinkable acts? Giselle Gewelle, a Quincy from the Sternritter army, masters this dreadful ability. She not only manipulates the dead, but also has the power to command the living, controlling them brutally and meticulously, forcing them to act against their own will. But who is this woman behind such a terrifying power? Giselle, with her almost innocent appearance, long black hair, blue eyes, and often a carefree smile, can deceive those who see her for the first time. But her true nature is revealed on the battlefield. As a member of the Sternritter, she carries the letter Z, which stands for the zombie. Giselle's ability goes beyond just mastering death. She controls, tortures, and uses her own comrades as tools to achieve her objectives. An example of this is what she did to Bambietta Basterbine, another powerful Quincy, turning her into a zombie to fight by her side, even after death. Giselle's personality is, at the very least, intriguing. In situations of extreme danger, she maintains a happy, almost foolish expression. This, combined with her seemingly childish behavior, makes her even more frightening, as behind that light facade lies a cruel and calculating mind. She frequently uses reverse psychology, deceiving her opponents to attack her, only to activate her ability and make them her slaves. This treacherous nature places her in a unique position among the Sternritter, where she prefers to manipulate and deceive rather than confront directly. In the arc of the Thousand-Year Blood War, we see Giselle in full action. Her cruelty is evidenced when she turns the Shinigami into zombies and forces them to fight each other, keeping their consciousnesses intact. These once proud warriors are reduced to pieces on her board, unable to resist her will. Although she claims not to be a sadist, her actions prove otherwise. Her lack of remorse in manipulating the bodies of friends and fallen enemies, using them as puppets, is a clear demonstration of her lack of empathy. Giselle also has a practical and strategic side. In her interactions with other Sternritter, such as Candace Catnip, she displays a sarcastic and provocative personality, constantly testing the limits of her allies. Despite this, she does not hesitate to help them when needed, such as when she uses her ability to regenerate Candace's lost arm during a battle. This mix of support and provocation makes Giselle a complex character, always keeping others on alert about her true intentions. When confronted by powerful enemies like Ichigo Kurosaki, Giselle shows that she is willing to fight to the end. Even against much stronger opponents, she maintains her confidence, believing that her power and cunning can secure her victory. However, this confidence can be a weakness, as seen in her battle against Mayuri Kurotsuchi, who managed to nullify her ability using a drug developed from blood samples of the Gote 13 members. But does Giselle really understand the scope of her own power? Or is she merely playing with forces that will eventually consume her? Her ability to control the dead and her resistance to physical pain suggest that she is not easily defeated. Even after being stabbed in the heart, Giselle survives and continues fighting, feeding on the blood of her victims to heal herself. This regenerative ability, combined with her relentless cruelty, makes her an extremely dangerous adversary. Yet, despite all her power, Giselle is also vulnerable. Her control over her zombies can be broken by love, as seen when Pipe Wakabrata took control of her zombies. Additionally, her dependence on blood to activate her abilities puts her at a disadvantage when confronted by opponents who can manipulate or alter this element. Yet, her ability to survive and adapt to adverse circumstances keeps her in the game longer than many of her enemies might expect. Giselle Gewelle is a character that arouses both fear and curiosity. She is not limited to the common rules of combat, playing with the minds and emotions of her opponents. Her ability to manipulate life and death places her in a category apart among the Sternritter, and her story is one of the darkest and most disturbing in the Quincy universe. In the end, the question remains, how far would Giselle be willing to go to satisfy her desires? Or is the real zombie here Giselle herself, doomed to live in an endless cycle of manipulation and violence? Now think about it. What would be scarier? An enemy you can see and confront, or someone who can control your very life and death without you realizing it?